God has seen you waiting. He has watched you struggle silently, behind closed doors where no one knew how deep your pain truly was. You kept going. Even when it made no sense. Even when you felt like giving up would be easier. Heaven took note. The cries that you thought were lost in the wind were actually held in the hands of angels. Archangel Michael has been beside you, whispering strength into your soul when you thought it would shatter. He says this clearly now, without hesitation, because the moment has finally come. Very good news is about to reach you, within the next 3 hours. But if you skip this message, if you ignore this divine alert, you may delay or destroy what is already in motion. And that would break your heart. Michael does not want to see you cry again. Not like before. Not from the pain of missed blessings. This is urgent, this is now. Something extraordinary is unfolding around you. A spiritual clock has struck a sacred hour. You might not see it yet. You might still feel the chaos, the confusion, the weight of the unanswered. But listen, God has already released what you've been praying for. The answer is no longer coming, it has already been sent. It's in transit. The energy has shifted. But you must receive it. You must not turn away this time. This is not a message to be postponed. Because if you do, the enemy will use your hesitation as an opening to distract you. And if you miss this, you'll cry like never before, not because God didn't want to bless you, but because you walked past the door just before it opened. In the next 3 hours, someone you thought forgot you will speak your name. Something lost will return. A door that's been locked will swing open. And a person who had turned their back will suddenly feel the fire of truth burning in their heart, and they will remember you. Do not assume this is ordinary. The spiritual realm has been waging battle for this moment. Michael has been battling on your behalf for weeks without your knowledge. You were not forgotten. You were being protected. There were forces trying to stop this message from reaching you. Even now, distractions may try to pull you away. But pause. Center yourself. Hear what heaven is declaring. You are on the brink of the biggest transformation of your life. A prophetic moment has arrived. Michael warns, if you ignore this, you will mourn. Not because God didn't want to give it to you, but because the moment passed and you were too caught in doubt to notice. That's why this message has come with divine timing. There is something set to happen in the next 3 hours. It will look small. It might even seem insignificant at first. A call. A message. An email. A dream. A thought. But it is the key. The golden key to the door you thought was permanently shut. Someone has been carrying something for you. It's not theirs to keep. They've delayed it, hidden it, even denied it. But God has given them no peace. And in these next 3 hours, the conviction will hit them so strongly they will have no choice but to release it. You will be contacted. You will be remembered. You will be chosen. Do not downplay this. Do not shrug it off. The spiritual realm is echoing, this is sacred. There is someone who tried to steal what belonged to you. They thought they could get away with it because you were silent. But Michael saw. God watched. And judgment is falling swiftly. The person who laughed while you cried is now trembling. Because God gave them a window to fix it, but they didn't. So now the divine reversal begins. You are about to receive what was denied to you. But not just what was taken, double. The restoration will make you weep, but this time with joy. You are not reading this by accident. This is a divine appointment. This message was woven into your path by the hand of God. Someone prayed for you today. Someone whispered your name to heaven, asking God to remember you. And He did. That prayer reached the throne, and now this message is the response. Archangel Michael says, your season of delay is over. But it will only manifest if you open your spirit, stay alert, and move in obedience when the sign appears. You've been thinking about giving up. You've been wondering if you heard God wrong. You've even questioned whether you were ever chosen. But the enemy wanted you to think that. Because the closer you got to this hour, the more you were attacked. That heaviness wasn't coincidence. It was spiritual interference. The enemy knew this hour would come, and he tried everything to wear you down before it arrived. But he failed. Because here you are. Still standing. Still holding on. And now heaven is about to reward you for it. There is someone who was meant to help you, but they let pride stop them. They thought you'd be fine without them. They convinced themselves you didn't matter. But heaven didn't forget. And in these next 3 hours, the Holy Spirit will rest upon their minds so heavily they won't be able to think of anything else. They will contact you. They will reach for you. And they will offer what they should have offered long ago. Don't block it. Don't let your pain speak louder than your purpose. You are not the same person who was hurt. You are the person who rose from that hurt and still said, God, I trust you. Archangel Michael says, your trust has made heaven move. You didn't curse God when you lost everything. You didn't abandon your faith when people walked away. You stayed when you could have left. And for that, heaven has declared, this is your time. A great reward is coming. But it will arrive disguised. It won't come with trumpets or fanfare. It will look ordinary. That's the test. Will you recognize the extraordinary within the ordinary? Or will you dismiss it? Don't let your fear speak over your faith in this hour. This is not the time to doubt. This is not the time to hide. You were created for this moment. You were built for this shift. And Michael is standing guard, clearing the path, cutting down every invisible force that tried to blind you to your blessing. Even now, someone is speaking your name. Right now. In a room you are not in. Behind a door you thought was closed. You are being discussed in a positive light. You are being considered for something that once felt impossible. Don't ruin it by losing heart. Keep your spirit high. Speak life. Open your hands and expect. The winds have changed. Archangel Michael weeps when you ignore divine timing. He doesn't cry because you are unworthy. He cries because he sees what's waiting, and he sees you turning away just before it arrives. He's pleading with you now, don't make that mistake this time. Watch. Wait. Respond. Don't miss it. Not this time. There's a divine alert sounding in your life. You may feel anxiety, butterflies, or sudden emotion. That's not random. That's spiritual activity. That's the signal. You are being stirred. Not for fear, but for readiness. Someone who once ignored you is about to return, but this time, with honor. Someone who doubted you is about to apologize. Someone who betrayed you is about to confess. Someone who stole from you is about to pay back more than they took. The justice of God is here. In these next 3 hours, your name is being written. In an email. In a contract. In a letter. On someone's lips. In someone's prayer. Your name is being remembered. The heaviness you feel is not yours to carry anymore. Release it. The old cycle is closing. The door that's shut in your face will now open in your favor. But you must walk through it. You must believe. Don't miss this moment. This is not just encouragement. This is prophecy. This is a divine transmission from the throne. Archangel Michael has stepped forward with his sword, not to fight darkness this time, but to open the gate. The blessing is ready. It's not far off. It's not stuck. It's not coming next year. It's here. Now. But only those who listen will receive. Only those who move in alignment will catch it. You are one of the few. You are being prepared for the miraculous. You didn't survive all that pain for nothing. You didn't walk through all those battles for no reason. It was preparation. Refinement. Training. Now the reward. You will see it. If you stay alert. If you don't turn away. If you don't dismiss this. The enemy will try to convince you it's just another message. He'll tell you nothing is happening. He'll whisper that it's all in your head. Ignore him. That's proof that you're on the edge of something huge. The spiritual resistance is always strongest right before the release. That's why Michael had to speak now. That's why God had to send this now. You are closer than ever. The miracle is not delayed. The miracle is not denied. It is released. In the next 3 hours, something will shift. Something will open. Someone will come. Stay ready. Stay watchful. Stay willing. What's coming will make you cry, but this time, from awe. From gratitude. From divine confirmation. The angels are rejoicing because they see it. Michael is smiling because he knows what's ahead. Don't miss it. You were born for this. You were made for this. You are ready. Heaven is moving. Are you? Michael says you may not realize how many times heaven had to delay what was yours, not because you weren't worthy, but because the people around you weren't ready. The environment was still polluted. Someone near you was sent to spy, not support. God didn't want your blessing to fall into the wrong hands. That's why it took so long. That's why it felt like silence. But it wasn't silence. It was strategy. Divine delay for divine protection. But now, the conditions have shifted. The path has been cleared. The deceivers have been removed. The betrayers have been exposed in secret. And you're about to see the result of every hidden battle fought for you. The victory will be public. The glory will be undeniable. But only if you stand still in this moment and don't run away from it. You almost gave up yesterday. The spiritual heaviness was real. It wasn't just your thoughts, it was warfare. Michael says the reason you felt weak is because your spirit was sensing what was near. Your soul already knew something holy was approaching. The enemy wanted you too tired to receive it. Too distracted to recognize it. But you're still here. You're still listening. And that means you've already defeated the distraction. Right now, someone who once rejected you is realizing their mistake. God has touched their heart in a way that their ego can no longer deny. They will reach out. But more than that, someone completely new, sent by God, is being drawn to you. Not just a person. A connection. A divine helper. Someone who has access to places you don't. Someone whose voice opens doors. Someone whose name carries influence in places your name hasn't yet reached. This person is about to cross your path in a way that seems casual, but is completely orchestrated by heaven. In the next 3 hours, a name will come to your mind. You'll feel an urge to message someone. Follow it. That's not random. That's the prompting of the Holy Spirit. That's your doorway. Don't ignore it. God is using everything now. A dream. A sign. A stranger. A phone call. A memory. A stirring in your heart. It is not noise, it is navigation. You are being guided out of confusion into clarity. Archangel Michael says, if you trust this divine guidance, you will bypass what would have taken others years to accomplish. You will move in divine acceleration. What took others 10 years will take you 10 days, because favor will do what effort never could. You are not late. You are right on time. You didn't miss it. The enemy wanted you to think you did so that you would stop looking for it. But heaven never misplaced you. You are exactly where you need to be. The blessing will meet you there. It knows your address. It knows your name. And it will not go to someone else. But you must be awake when it arrives. You must open the door. You must say yes. Your yes is the trigger. It's not about deserving it, it's about accepting it. This blessing isn't showing up because you were perfect. It's arriving because you were faithful. God isn't looking for perfect people. He's looking for people whose hearts are still open. Your heart has stayed soft in a world that tried to harden it. That is your power. That is what heaven honors. Michael says this moment is not casual. It's not small. It is a turning point. An invisible spiritual document is being signed right now in your favor. A legal heavenly release is being sealed with your name on it. This is not imagination. It is activation. The angels are delivering what was written about you long before you were born. A promise made in heaven is about to become reality on earth. That sickness will break. That poverty will lift. That betrayal will no longer control your story. You are not what happened to you. You are who God chose in the middle of it. You are the one who still believed. You are the one who didn't quit. You are the one who kept looking up even when everything was falling apart around you. And now everything is falling together for your good. In these next 3 hours, you'll sense it. A peace will fall over you that doesn't make sense. That's confirmation. It's not the absence of trouble, it's the presence of God. That's how you'll know the shift has begun. You'll breathe differently. You'll feel lighter. Your soul will exhale for the first time in years. Because heaven is saying, it's done. The courtroom of heaven has ruled in your favor. The judgment is sealed. The adversary has lost his case against you. Every false accusation, every whisper of doubt, every hidden attack, it's all been thrown out. The verdict is grace. The sentence is blessing. The reward is glory. And the time is now. Michael has waited for this moment. You may not know it, but he stood between you and death more times than you can count. He's shielded you from attacks you never even knew were coming. And now, with all of heaven behind him, he declares this hour as sacred. This is your turnaround. This is your redemption moment. The divine announcement has been made. The trumpet has sounded in the spiritual realm. All that remains is for you to say yes. The universe responds to divine timing. And timing is everything right now. If you say yes now, doors will open with no resistance. If you delay, resistance will return. The enemy has limited access, but he waits at the edge of your hesitation. Don't let him in. Move now. Believe now. Receive now. This is your moment. Someone is being instructed to bless you. They don't know why you're on their mind. But God is stirring their spirit. They will give. They will support. They will speak on your behalf. Don't block it with pride. Don't push it away with fear. Open your heart. This is not charity. This is prophecy fulfilled. God is using the least expected to elevate you. Someone who once looked down on you will now look up to you. Someone who doubted you will now depend on you. The tables are turning, not for revenge, but for redemption. God is showing them who you really are. Not for your ego, but for His glory. They're about to witness the favor on your life. They're about to see that you were chosen all along. Michael says, you've been carrying guilt that was never yours. Shame that belonged to others. Release it. It's time. You are not who they said you were. You are not defined by your mistakes. You are not a failure. You are a warrior of light. A vessel of divine purpose. A child of promise. Let go of the false labels. Heaven calls you beloved. Chosen. Anointed. And that's the only identity that matters. This is not just about one blessing. This is about a new era of your life. A divine cycle is beginning. And it starts with what will happen in the next 3 hours. That's the trigger. The moment of ignition. Watch for it. Expect it. Prepare for it. Because it is already in motion. Archangel Michael is with you even now. You may not see him, but you've felt him. In the near misses. In the strange peace. In the dreams you couldn't explain. He's been near, waiting for this moment. And now he's sounding the trumpet, receive what's coming. This is not a drill. This is not a test. This is your appointed hour. The very good news is real. The blessing is real. The time is now. You've spent so many nights crying alone, haven't you? So many days walking around pretending to be strong while something inside you felt broken, unsure, abandoned. You tried to keep it all together. You smiled for others. You gave them your time, your energy, your love, even when you barely had any for yourself. You waited quietly, hoping someone would notice, hoping someone would come through, hoping someone would finally tell you, it's going to get better. Now God says it's more than getting better. It's about to become everything you never even thought to ask for. That's why the waiting hurts so much. Because what's coming is bigger than the pain. Archangel Michael confirms that the amount of opposition you faced was not a coincidence, it was evidence of the magnitude of your calling. You were attacked because you carry something holy, something dangerous to the kingdom of darkness. That's why they tried to silence you, isolate you, discourage you. But they failed. Even now, you may still feel like something is trying to pull you backward. A whisper of doubt. A memory of loss. But you must resist it. That pull is not your future. That's the past making one final attempt to steal your joy. Don't listen to it. Archangel Michael is holding that door shut. You don't belong there anymore. God has upgraded your destiny. That old version of you, it expired. The moment heaven released this very good news, your identity shifted. You may still look the same, but spiritually, you're glowing with divine favor. You are wrapped in the light of God, covered in angelic fire. And now, the test is trust. Can you trust what you cannot yet see? Can you believe in what you feel in your spirit, even when your eyes haven't confirmed it? Because the blessing is spiritual first, then physical. What you're about to see is just the manifestation of what already exists in the realm of heaven. It's been yours the whole time. But it couldn't be delivered until you were ready to carry it. And now you are. Michael says you will feel a shift in your chest. A sudden stillness. Or even a strange pressure in your spirit. That is not something to fear. That is the sign. The moment when the spiritual package reaches earth. It is being transferred to you. But you must say yes. In your spirit. In your thoughts. In your attitude. Don't say, maybe. Don't say, we'll see. Say yes. Because within 3 hours, something will cross your path. It might seem small. A voice message. A photo. A forwarded message. A name you haven't heard in years. A street you haven't driven past in a long time. It will carry a vibration. Your soul will know it. The atmosphere around you will feel different. Your body will feel it before your mind understands. That is the signal. Don't brush it off. Don't delay. Don't rationalize it away. Open your spirit. Speak out loud, I receive it. Heaven is watching your response. If you welcome what is arriving, it will multiply. If you dismiss it, you risk delay. And Michael says the time for delay has ended. There is no room for another cycle of waiting. The wheel must turn now. Right now, someone who once laughed at you is silently watching you. They won't say it out loud, but they see the glow on you. They feel the shift. They don't know how to explain it, but something about you unsettles them. You're not the same. You're not small anymore. Your spirit is expanding. Your destiny is no longer hiding. And those who once mocked you are now being forced to sit in silence as God elevates you publicly. This isn't about revenge. God says, you were chosen to receive this message right now for a reason far greater than your eyes can see. I know what you've been carrying in silence. I know about the pain you've hidden behind your smiles, the long nights where you felt completely alone, and the fear that sometimes grips your heart and doesn't let go. But I need you to stop whatever you are doing right now, because in the next 3 hours, something divine is unfolding, something that was promised to your soul before you even entered this world. This is not a coincidence. This is not a mistake. You are not late, and you are not forgotten. You are on time for a miracle. Do not make the mistake of skipping this message. If you do, you may look back and wonder what could have changed in your life. I am warning you with love because I don't want you to cry later and wish you had listened. Archangel Michael is speaking now with urgency in his voice, his wings stretched across the skies, shielding you from what you don't even know is trying to reach you. He has been dispatched directly by divine order to bring you comfort and divine direction. He is not only protecting you but guiding the right people, the right resources, and the right breakthroughs toward you. But there's something very important you must understand now: your free will is powerful. If you choose to ignore what is being laid before you, you may miss what was always meant to be yours. Michael says, a divine door is opening now, and in exactly 3 hours, the shift will begin to move in your favor, but only if your heart is open, only if your soul is willing to believe. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to have everything figured out. All God asks of you right now is to trust Him. Trust Him more than you trust your fear. Trust Him more than you trust your doubt. God is not confused about your future. He's not uncertain. He knows exactly what He's doing. And right now, He is orchestrating something that will leave you speechless with joy. But the enemy has been trying hard to distract you, delay you, and detour you from this very moment. That's why lately it has felt so overwhelming, so heavy, and so unclear. The enemy attacks strongest when you are nearest to breakthrough. That's why you've been feeling the pressure build. But pressure is always a sign that transformation is near. You are not breaking down, you are breaking through. You are rising even if it feels like you're falling. You are being led even if it feels like you're lost. Archangel Michael has seen the battles you've faced. He's fought many of them on your behalf. There were traps set for you that never touched you, because Michael stood between you and destruction. There were lies told about you that could have destroyed your reputation, but Michael covered your name. There were moments where it looked like everything would fall apart, but that's when the hand of God lifted you and said, "Not my child. Not today." You didn't even know how close you were to devastation, because heaven moved swiftly and quietly to protect you. But now, heaven isn't moving quietly. Heaven is announcing. There's an announcement in the Spirit, something good is happening for you. It's not far away. It's not some distant future. It's coming within hours. You have cried long enough. You have begged God long enough. Now it is time for fulfillment. But you must stay ready. You must stay aligned. God doesn't need you to have it all together, He just needs you to say yes in your spirit. Say yes to the blessing. Say yes to the unexpected. Say yes to joy. Say yes to the miracle that is approaching even now. Do not be afraid to receive it. The enemy wants you to fear joy, to doubt miracles, to expect nothing so you won't be disappointed. But God says, "I am not a man that I should lie. If I said you will receive, you will receive. If I said I will make a way, I will make a way." There are people who secretly hoped you wouldn't make it. They smiled in your face but hoped for your fall. There are those who judged your pain and spoke of you in your absence, believing that your silence meant you were weak. But they do not know who walks with you. They do not know the covenant over your life. They do not know the power that shields you daily. God says, "Don't worry about them. I will handle what needs to be handled. Your only job is to keep your eyes on me." God says the very thing that was used to try to break you will become the thing that blesses you. The delay will become the display. What once was your burden will become your testimony. And in the next 3 hours, signs of this turnaround will start to manifest. It might begin subtly, or it might come like a flood, but either way, it's coming. Be spiritually alert. Be aware. Watch how the conversations shift. Watch how the doors begin to open. Watch how people begin to treat you differently. It won't be because you changed anything, it's because heaven touched your situation. Archangel Michael says you must pray right now, not because God hasn't heard you, but because prayer positions your heart. When you pray, you clear away the noise of fear. You prepare your spirit to receive. Don't pray from panic, pray from faith. Say, "God, I trust you. Even though I don't see it yet, I know it's coming. Even though I feel scared, I choose faith. I receive what you have for me. Speak this over your life even if it feels strange. Faith does not wait for proof, it creates the path for proof to arrive. You've been through too much to give up now. You've survived storms that should have destroyed you. You've been disappointed by people who should have protected you. You've walked through seasons of confusion and silence and loneliness. And still, you kept going. God saw every step. God caught every tear. And now, God is saying, enough. Enough pain. Enough delay. Enough suffering in silence. The tables are turning. The light is breaking through. Something good is not just coming, it's already moving toward you now. Archangel Michael also says this: do not argue with people who are not spiritually awake. Do not waste your energy trying to prove your value to those who cannot see. Let them talk. Let them doubt. Let them walk away. You are not who they say you are who God says you are. And God says you are worthy, you are loved, and you are chosen for favor. The time of being overlooked is over. The time of being rejected is over. The time of struggling to survive is over. A new day has arrived, and it has your name written on it in divine ink. Something unexpected is going to happen soon that will confirm everything you felt deep in your heart. That strange knowing you've had? That inner pull? That whisper that keeps coming to you in moments of silence? That's not your imagination. That's the Spirit of God preparing you. You've been feeling the shift before the shift fully arrived. That's why you've felt restless. That's why you've had trouble sleeping. That's why things feel both uncertain and exciting at the same time. You're in the middle of a spiritual countdown. And in just a few hours, something is going to start that will eventually change everything. You may not know how, but God does. You may not see the way, but God is already paving it. You may feel unqualified, but God qualifies the chosen. Stop doubting what He can do just because of what you've seen so far. He is not limited by your past. He is not defined by your mistakes. He is not restricted by your circumstances. When God moves, He breaks rules. He overrides systems. He rearranges timelines. And right now, He's rearranging things for your good. Archangel Michael says, "Stand still and watch the salvation of the Lord." Stop fighting battles that God has already won for you. Stop worrying about outcomes that God has already resolved. Your season of struggle is shifting into a season of strength. Your pain is turning into purpose. Your waiting is being exchanged for wonders. But don't ignore this moment. Don't scroll past this message like it's nothing. It's not nothing. It's your confirmation. It's your warning. It's your invitation. You get to choose now. Will you believe? Will you receive? Let go of the voices of fear. Let go of the memories that tell you you're not enough. Let go of the bitterness from those who hurt you. You cannot carry that into the miracle that's coming. You need room in your heart to receive joy. You need peace to enter without resistance. God says, "Release so I can refill." The blessing that's coming is not just material, it's emotional, spiritual, mental, relational. You are about to feel whole again. You are about to smile for real, not just to survive. You are about to feel light again. Your soul will feel safe. Your spirit will feel grounded. Your mind will be clear. God has not forgotten you. He's been preparing you. Every moment of pain was not punishment, it was preparation. You are stronger than you know. You are wiser than before. And now you are ready to walk into what was always yours. Don't sabotage it by doubting it. Don't delay it by refusing to believe. Don't talk yourself out of it just because it feels too big. It's supposed to feel big, that's how you know it's from God. If you could do it all on your own, it wouldn't require faith. But this blessing requires surrender. It requires trust. It requires you to step into the unknown with your eyes on the one who knows all. And when the blessing comes, and it will, you will look back and realize that it was all worth it. Every tear. Every night of prayer. Every betrayal. Every moment of silence. It wasn't wasted. It was planting seeds. And now, harvest is arriving. The time is now. Heaven is calling your name. Archangel Michael is standing guard over your life. God is walking beside you. And your miracle? It's closer than it's ever been. Get ready. You are not alone. You are not lost. You are not forgotten. You are seen. You are loved. You are held. You are safe. God is with you. Always. God is saying to you right now, I have not changed my mind about you. Even when you felt you failed me, I still called you mine. Even when you walked away in fear, I still kept walking beside you. I saw the battles you fought silently, the heaviness in your spirit you couldn't put into words, and I counted every time you wanted to give up but didn't. That strength you didn't know you had? That was me holding you up. That breath you kept taking even when life knocked the wind out of you? That was my spirit breathing inside you. You have not been forgotten. You have been carried. Archangel Michael is now pressing even more urgently. He says, this hour is sacred. What happens in the spirit now will reflect into the physical soon. But you must remain open. Be very careful what you say over your life in this moment. Speak only life. Speak only victory. Speak as if the miracle is already in your hands, because in the eyes of heaven, it already is. He warns that the enemy is watching closely, hoping you will speak words of doubt or fear to delay your own blessing. But you have authority in your voice. Your words create spiritual agreements. So choose life. Choose belief. Say right now, I will not miss what God has for me. I accept what heaven is pouring into my life. I receive it in full. This is not just about money or material things, though they are part of what's coming. This is about restoration. What was lost, stolen, or broken is coming back to you in a new form. A better form. A healed form. The relationships that drained you are being replaced by connections that elevate you. The opportunities that were blocked before are opening now because your heart has shifted. You are no longer in the energy of begging. You are now in the flow of receiving. God honors that. He honors the courage it took to heal. He honors the days you kept showing up when your heart was shattered. He honors the forgiveness you offered even when it was never asked for. You became a vessel for divine favor because you refused to let the world harden you. Something specific is being arranged on your behalf right now. A person is being stirred in their spirit to think of you. Someone who has the power to bless you. Someone who owes you nothing, yet will feel compelled to offer help, favor, or opportunity. This person has been kept away until the right moment, and that moment is coming within hours. God is touching their heart even as you read this. Your name will come into their mind, and they won't be able to shake the feeling that they must reach out, must assist, must bless. That's how God moves. Through people. Through divine orchestration. Don't be surprised when something unusual happens. Don't question it when good news comes from a strange place. You're entering a season where the unusual becomes usual. Where the impossible becomes expected. But you must remain anchored in your faith. God isn't asking you to perform, He's asking you to believe. Just believe. That's all. Believe that He's good. Believe that you're worthy. Believe that what's meant for you cannot be stolen, no matter how delayed it seems. Archangel Michael reminds you, delay is not denial. You are not behind. You are not being punished. You are being refined. He knows you've waited. He knows your heart is tired. But heaven hasn't ignored your prayers. They were never lost. They were planted. And the harvest is beginning. You'll feel it soon, in your body,